trend line, red day, it can flip in no time. Green wig, big risk, I'm calm when the chat goes frantic. Fear high, greed low, I just read what the charts wanna show. New coin, old game, same rules when you're playing with flame. Welcome to the show, it's even now though. Every single level on the chart gets exposed. Crypto on my mind while the market's reload. Read it in the lines, yeah, the charts don't lie. Welcome to the show, it's 7 now though. Trading through the noise while the candles explode. If you wanna know where the next wave goes, watch it in real time, yeah, the charts don't lie. Fake out, I wait for the close, not a shout. Plan set, no guess, I'm stacking my wins, cut the stress. New high, pull back, I'm ready when price attacks. Fast moves, clear rules, we learn why the crowd chases moves. Welcome to the show, it's 7 now though. Every single level on the chart gets exposed. Crypto on my mind while the markets reload. Read it in the lines, yeah, the charts don't lie. Welcome to the show, it's 7 now though. Trading through the noise while the candles explode. If you wanna know where the next wave goes, watch it in real time, yeah, the charts don't lie. Lock in, hit play, we're live, we're live. Don't look away. Evan Auto, yeah, the charts don't lie. Now you know. Live on your screen, let's go. Hey, candles up, candles down, yeah, we're breaking it down right now. Zoom in, trend line, red day, can flip in no time. Green wig, big risk, I'm calm when the chat goes frantic. Fear high, greed low, I just read what the charts wanna show. New coin, old game, same rules when you're playing with flame. Welcome to the show, it's 7 now though. Every single level on the chart gets exposed. Crypto on my mind while the markets reload. Read it in the lines, yeah, the charts don't lie. Welcome to the show, it's 7 now though. Trading through the noise while the candles explode. If you wanna know where the next wave goes, watch it in real time, yeah, the charts don't lie. Charts don't lie. Break out, fake out, I wait for the closing, not a shout. Plan set, no guess, I'm stacking my wins in. Cut the stress, new high, pull back, I'm ready when price attacks. Fast moves, clear rules, we learn why the crowd chases moon. Welcome to the show, it's 7 now though. Every single level on the chart gets exposed. Crypto on my mind while the markets reload. Read it in the lines, yeah, the charts don't lie. Welcome to the show, it's 7 now though. Trading through the noise while the candles explode. If you wanna know where the next wave goes, watch it in real time, yeah, the charts don't lie, yeah. Yeah. Charts don't lie. Lock in, hit play, we're live, we're live. Don't look away, ready now though. Yeah. Charts don't lie. Now you know.
What is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Thank you for joining me. Today I got a new trade-in down here. I'm not going to talk too much about it really today because, you know, we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens here. Shout out to Nick Cipher for the, I believe it's called a leapfrog indicator. Yeah, leapfrog indicator. He made some new updates to it. Really cool thing. Check out his channel if you want to learn more about it. Basically, it's a really good, like, some static support resistance points like all over, you know, the time frames. He's done really well with it. So this is, I've been kind of trying it out for the first time, but anchored VWAPs are really huge, and I think that's what I was missing. So I think it's, you know, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I think it's going to help a lot. So yeah, check out his channel if you're interested in that. What's up, Jasper? I think I know who you are in the Discord, I think. But yeah, appreciate you. Always appreciate you guys smashing the like button. I don't know if I'm going to stay on a ton of time today. However, you know, I do think, you know, what I wanted to talk about is potentially this this run, you know, could be over, in my opinion, potentially. Maybe some more, you know, wicks upward, but these these bear market rallies, you know, they ain't as they ain't as good as some may think, you know. You know, people got excited, you know, you hit kind of these areas. You got high enough on Ethereum, mind you, here to get out. You know, you did what you needed to do. You scared away everybody trying to short. That's all you really needed. Now you could potentially, you know, go down farther again. You know, that's kind of the issue here. What's up, Hack Trades? Okay, what's up, Ace Supersonic? Ace Supersonic's Jaden, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so I think we did what we needed to do. Bitcoin as well, and I've talked about this. You know, I posted about this on Twitter. You know, 74K was the number I was talking about. That was, you know, when I was talking about this the whole time, and this could be our top. I was talking to Nick Cipher, and he said, you know, these year-to-date anchored VWAPs, usually Q2 is when you finally get here, so we're not quite there, you know, yet. Now, where would we potentially hit that? Sometime in Q2, you know, maybe April, May, June, you know, sometime there, that area, you know, whether it be like 60 or 70 or something, you know, maybe you do something like this, you know, reject from here, and then we come back down into March, and then this could be our bottom, maybe 50 something, and then, you know, you get bored, and then you hit your anchor VWAP here, 64, you know, long consolidation, you know, or whatever. I mean, it depends. It could be boring. I mean, there's more apathy now. You know, there's people going off on each other. You know, everybody who's worth $100 million, you know, is still a child really on the inside on Twitter. So, so everybody's kind of angry, but it is what it is. You know, it's kind of entertaining. You know, I kind of posted, got maybe like 10 likes, which is cool for, you know, somebody of my size. But I posted, you know, if what was it? You know, when you're a small account and you get hate comments, you're just kind of happy somebody's actually paying attention. You know, so it's a thing. So yeah. And, you know, right there. So some of these points are big. You know, don't ask me to, you know, daily anchored VWAP, previous daily anchored. They're significant points. Really great thing. You know, I'm not paid to promote this. I'm the nicest person, you know. Nicest person. Nicest Argentinian. No, I'm not actually Argentinian, but in Argentina. Cool place. But yeah. So let me know what you guys want to look at. I mean, some of you guys, so let's look at MicroStrategy a little bit. I do think this, you know, probably is going to come back down to this area. I think it could come back down to maybe just, you know, 120 or something, while Bitcoin still kind of, you know, goes potentially lower. Similar to what happened in 2022. So yeah. And yeah, potentially coming down to these points. So it does look toppy, I'll tell you that. It does look potentially toppy. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to go all the way down, but we'll see. Let's look at some altcoins people like to talk about. You know, Solana, just curious about this right now. You have some higher points there, yeah, because of volatilities. But there, you know, here, these points kind of rejecting from there. So, you know, I could see it going up to year-to-date VWAP, anchored VWAP, but it may be, you know, maybe not till next quarter. You could reject here and then come lower. I don't know about $50. Like, I feel like these could hold up better than many think, you know, but we'll see. I think once this 2-week kind of confirms, when it does, I mean, that could be a month or two or whatever, but when it does, I do think that that could be a good kind of long-term kind of phase, you know, assuming it could kind of hold up, you know, against Bitcoin. There's a lot of things we got to take into account, you know, so that's the big thing there. So yeah. and these points right there. So that's sold Bitcoin. What was I gonna a DAO? Okay, yeah, pronounce it DAO AI project. Yeah, I mean, you look at this. Yeah, I mean that's just. I mean, these things kind of look scary. I mean, it just keeps going lower. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know if there's too much hope for this. I mean, I get what you're looking at, though. You're probably looking at like your 2 week and your weekly and all that. I mean, it looks like it could jump, but I don't know. Bitcoin's gonna, fall over. I think the most important thing to look at on a lot of these is their kind of Bitcoin, valuation. As you can see right here, and this is not terrible. You're even kind of sideways against Bitcoin for some months now, or close to a year now, I should say. If you bought this in end of 24, yeah, you bled a lot against Bitcoin, but other than that, not terrible. Only 70% down. I mean, it's probably better than how most people have done it against Bitcoin. Let's be real. So yeah, but I don't know if it's attractive to me yet. SWE, some people have been talking about. I don't know why it doesn't look at. I mean, I guess it could be. Yeah, it could be jumping up a little bit here. But the thing is, yeah, this one's kind of lackluster. I mean, some of these could just roll over. So be careful. But yeah, it's kind of hard to say. This point too, that's the thing on these. It's tough, man. I mean, some of these alts just, they're just uninteresting. You know what I mean? They're just not interesting. That PWH right there, I forget what that even means. Forgive me, I just started using this, but decently big place. I mean, some of these, I know some of you guys like to, short crap, shitcoins and all that. I mean, wouldn't call Chainlink a shitcoin, but this could come down. I mean, this is one of these, setups could be something along these lines. So yeah, let's see there. Yeah, I mean something like that. 3 to 1. I mean, very low risk, high reward there. So that's a pretty good thing. Previous week, okay, thank you, appreciate that. Have you been using the leapfrog indicator, bro? I feel like you may have, but yeah. Getting my left shoulder a little bit better there, more shoulder stuff. Let's actually look at that freaking. This shirt is held up well. Usually these shirts, I mean, it's starting to kind of show wear now, but a lot of the t-shirts you get, man, and just in general, like they wear out, especially pretty quickly when you start putting them in the dryer and all that. This has held up like 2 years, or a year and a half or something. End of 23, I think. Yeah, 2 years. I was in Vegas when I got this for, I forget why I was. I went to some crypto thing. I have no clue, but it was Karate Combat, I think. Yeah, that's when that was big. This is kind of jumping up here. On VeChain, it's just a weird chart. Let me look at this in Coinbase. Yeah, not too good, unfortunately. It seems like a dead project, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, alts are not. I mean, the thing that's intriguing a little bit is I think others versus Bitcoin, that's jumping a little bit. That's not too bad. But the problem is you got to pick the right damn alt. Now it's rejecting. I mean, it could jump up more. I mean, this thing too, I mean, I'll admit it. I remember like looking at this chart many times over the course of like 2025 and trying to call the bottom, and it just never. Well, I mean, yeah, that January bottom I tried to call, but they still fell off a cliff, all these damn alts, even though you're above that point now. But that's the problem. You would have, oh man, this is a tricky dick chart, I'll tell you. Because this one, let's look at here, let's look at this versus Bitcoin. Now, this is the new thing they're trying to come out with, and see, it just keeps bleeding. So the top 20 versus Bitcoin is the important thing to look at. I want more strength here. And I'm not seeing any strength yet. So yeah. But we'll see what happens here, guys. We'll see what happens. And always appreciate you guys smashing the like button. I've been talking to some other, exchanges, potentially getting some new promos for you guys. I feel like everybody here already has, the exchanges they like or whatever. BloFin's good. BYDFI's good. They're still doing promos for them. But I know some of you guys have mentioned BTCC is decent or KCX are decent. So, yeah. Yeah, turn the shirts inside out when washing or dry. I've heard that before. Use dryer balls too, right? Dryer balls could be good. Yeah, a lot of shirts, man. I mean, it depends. But I don't even expensive stuff like even name brands will wear out. Not that, you know. Yeah. Um, so yeah, what's up, Jason? But yeah, dryer balls too are good. I mean, I feel like the thing is really you can't use a damn dryer if you want stuff to really last. But it is what it is. I don't care. I mean, clothes are, you know, it's not. There's something that I just expect any clothes to just wear out so quickly. You know what I mean? Even jeans rip apart and stuff. I mean, it's not even good jeans, expensive name brand jeans will rip apart. Um, you know what I'm talking about. Palantir. This thing too. Let's look at Palantir. Um, Yeah, bottom in October. I think it could be earlier this time around, but who knows? I think I would think it could be earlier, but I don't know. Let me just look at this a little bit more here. So that's your 20 SMA. Let's actually turn off the 200 weekly moving average for now. Yeah, I mean, this drop here, you're kind of losing that area on Palantir. This could be actually a good place to buy a put option or something, buy puts or whatever. Because I think, the trade for this could be very low risk, high reward if you're going down to $100, which I kind of surmise that you may. I think this will probably reject. That's my base case on this. So yeah, that's Palantir. I want to look at the triple Qs as well because this could be the end of your bear market rally. March could be a red month, especially for your triple Qs. Mind your P's and Q's, man. Yeah, fierce rejection there. All the fundamental analysts were screaming new all-time high here, and you didn't. I don't think you technically even made a new all-time high. Fierce rejection. Fierce rejection. But if I had to guess, it could even be this month, the bear market bottom, because every bull market's less and every bear market's less extreme. I mean, it's not, you made a what? I mean, 800%, I think, 15K to your all-time high. You didn't get a full 10X. It was like an 8X or something like that. What can you get in the next bull run? Probably 200%, 3X, something like that, 4X, That's what I would guess, 3 or 4X, a measly new all-time high or something. But that's still good, though, in MicroStrategy. I mean, if you could do that would probably be a 10X for MicroStrategy, an 8X. So MicroStrategy could do what, 15 Gs into, I don't know about exactly at 140, but 15 Gs into MicroStrategy could potentially become over 100 grand in a few years. You'd have to sell at the right time, obviously, but, there's that. So that's the thing. This is the thing I'm kind of looking at here. And then after that, all the people, that saying the 4-year cycle is dead, they're going to be right. Yeah. I could care less about a CME gap Carlton Way, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't look at that. There's your I don't even know what that, your 100 SMA. 100 SMA, yeah. That's a big point. I think holding that is pretty big, getting up to 83, 82, and holding that's pretty big. Ain't gonna happen, I don't think, but anything's possible. So yeah. And by the way, guys, smash the like button. Follow me on Twitter. Twitter, we're blowing up, almost 10K followers. I don't know, is that even considered a lot nowadays? I don't even know what's like. I'm analyzing this stuff more, but it is what it is. If you guys want to trade, BloFin, pin chat, 20% free fees for life, and deposit bonuses, I think. BitFi as well, some good deposit bonuses, 25% free fees for life with my link. If you guys want to take some of these trades, I'm feeling excited. I think you're going back to 118 or something here, but we shall see. The other thing too, I just want to if we look at maybe XLE versus, or yeah, let's look at XLE versus SPY quickly, because that's, I think, going to continue forward probably. A little tricky on the, on some of these larger time frames, but I think the momentum is still good here to continue forward. You are hitting a speed bump there. The other thing too is if these markets go down, most likely would be annoying if it doesn't play out like this, but most likely this will continue forward, which I think this is doing what we want it to do. I think is TradFi down? It's because TradFi's down. Yeah, that's why. I should have known already. TradFi was down, but yeah. Oil resumes surge. Yeah. XLE's not really coming up, but oil's coming up. I would give oil maybe another month or two. I mean, usually when everyone's talking about oil surging, it kind of gets price gets factored in quickly, so it doesn't continue, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. Let me look at it. That's interesting. Wow. Yeah, this is really, I mean, the AI is really disrupting jobs. I'll say that much. 21 days to, yeah. Probably be a few. I would give all this stuff, including like self-driving cars, like all this real quick stuff that's going to automate away so many jobs. 3 more years, guys. You got about 3 years. I mean, some people say 2 years, but probably 3 years. What happens around 3 years? That's when the business cycle ends, recession, all that. Get the hell out. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. This jump here, you can see a little jump, yeah, especially on ETH. I don't know if it'll, I mean, it's going to be a big test here. I think we did what we needed to do to, to rail out all the shorts, but yeah. I do think there probably will be universal basic income at some point in the 2030s, around the 100-year anniversary of Social Security, kind of like a Social Security for all. Will that be a significant amount, though? 1,000 a month. It'd probably be 500 to 1,000 a month, maybe 1,500. Like, is that going to really be? It may be like rent if you. No, it wouldn't even be. I mean, maybe rent if you had like 5 roommates or something. That's the thing too. So I don't think it's gonna. It may help a little bit, but I don't think that's gonna necessarily like do too much. That's the way let's say 1,000 a month. I think that was Andrew Yang's principle. I mean, even if it's 1,500 a month, okay, food, I guess. All right, well, most people aren't spending that much on food, but I mean, I don't know, food, health insurance. I mean, what's health insurance now? 500 a month if you don't have it through a job. I mean, for the crappiest plan. I mean, that's health insurance and food probably, and maybe car insurance. I mean, maybe that's 1,500. If it's only 1,000 a month, that's like car insurance and health insurance, basically. I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but in some food, it's not gonna. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna. They would have to do freaking. I mean, in the U.S., and they're not gonna let. The thing too is like they ain't gonna let you get universal basic income and live in Thailand or somewhere cheaper where that could actually afford your rent 1,000 a month. You know what I mean? They're not. I don't think it's gonna be like that. Maybe it would be. Maybe it's going to be universal abundance for all at some point. But yeah, what do I think about Oracle? I have no clue. I don't even know. I barely know anything about Oracle. Let's see. Do you mean like the stock? I mean, yeah, this is one of those that was kind of. I think NASDAQ in general stuff is probably going to keep going down. I mean, it's hitting some point. This could hold up better than NASDAQ. Who knows? Great time to accumulate assets. DCA, I think. But I think in terms of the end of the The people are saying because of AI, it's going to be haves and have-nots. Not exactly, though, because when the business cycle ends and jobs are disrupted, what happens? You get a recession and things crash. You know what I mean? You get some deflation generally. People say they're going to print money, but it's really not that. Like, they'll print money, but I think your COVID money printing was once in a lifetime. Like, it's not going to be, even in the UK in the 1930s, even though they printed money and went off the old standard, you still would have been better off with bonds, British bonds. And that was, still considered the world power at the time to a certain extent. I mean, it was close between them and the US, but, you're in Thailand? What part? I've lived in Thailand. I've spent plenty of time in Thailand. Thailand, I've kind of liked Bangkok the best overall. I mean, Chiang Mai is pretty cool. Depends what you're looking for. The nature-y stuff in Chiang Mai, especially like Pai too. I took a weekend trip to Pai, Thailand. That was really cool. So yeah, Pai was cool. Great country. I mean, there's Vietnam too. I think Vietnam's kind of the new Thailand because, Vietnam's still cheaper. Food, I would say, slightly better in Vietnam, but they're both very good. Silver. I haven't looked at gold and silver. I wouldn't be, definitely not bullish on silver. I mean, that's an opinion everyone would probably tell you, I would guess. Gold, even, I think this will just follow S&P 500 downward a bit. Against the S&P 500, it'll probably be kind of choppy sideways. S&P 500 could outperform gold for a few years. I could see that. Sol, yeah, I mean, definitely. It's already at 88 right now. Yeah, definitely, I could see Sol coming down. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I mean, it's, not too much is really, at the moment, I would say most things don't look too good. I think March could be generally a bearish month. I wanted to look at, well, fear and greed. So here's what I wanted to do too. I showed you guys in the stream yesterday, Bitcoin fear and greed. And let's take a look at this. So, just want to look at, so here, I wanted to compare this to back in 2022. We came up a little, that's the thing too, like people getting greedy for no reason. We barely even came up that much. I think we're like here, you know what I mean? And then you're going to fall back down again this month. And then that could be your bottom though. You could see a Bitcoin bottom this damn month. That's the thing, guys. You could see it this month. So that's the thing. That's my kind of opinion on it. Solana, I mean, week to date, Anchor, VWAP, I mean, maybe upward, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I would remain, a bit more bearish right now. We'll see. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if you see a jump here and come back up to, these areas and hit 74 or 75. I'm going to stick with my kind of Twitter, my Twitter views, which was essentially, let's take a look at that actually, what I posted here. And, it was because what I was saying, and I got the Evan Aldo, it's not real Evan Aldo anymore, so it's just Evan Aldo handle. We changed that. And here was the 74K, that's what I've been saying. That was March 2nd. We hit it. And I'm bragging about a right call. That's what you got to do to get more followers or stuff like that. I don't know. But anyway, 50K, yeah. That's what my guess would be, somewhere in the 50s. Like, there's a big area around there. So, yeah. Sweet. I looked at Sweet. I wouldn't be extremely optimistic right now. But we'll see what happens. So Berkshire's jumping up against SPY. I think a lot of things, I think XLE will continue against SPY. Let's look at XLP SPY. I don't know if that's probably come down a little bit. That's interesting. Okay, so it is rejecting a little bit against the SPY. So that's the big question here. Does this do what a lot of people think it'll do and keep going up, or does it reject like normal? That's a big question. I wonder. I definitely wonder here. If I had to guess, I think there might be something here where it keeps going finally, or maybe like here, like 2022. I think you're kind of in this area. You might keep going a little bit more. That's what I'm thinking. The thing too, and let's just look at, I don't know, like SPY Bitcoin. Um, I think you're kind of like here, you're like, you got one more kind of jump. Like you're not quite there, but it could be. I mean, you're rejecting and then you could come up more. I mean, you would have doubled your Bitcoin holdings, essentially, even if you just got out like in October, like I did, you would have doubled the holdings essentially. Well, not exactly doubled now, but you may jump up a little bit more. The thing that I'm looking at, like I've been mentioning, guys, and this is kind of similar to, dollar versus Bitcoin, higher anchor wave there, 2 week and 3 week, that situation. So yeah, 100x long, okay. So yeah, but 2 week, 3 week, those potential places, pretty good. Yeah. Well, the problem with the 100x long and 100x short is both of them could just get stopped out. You could lose both of those. But yeah, so I think there's a little bit more here. I'm looking for the 2 week at least, and then, accumulate more Bitcoin or MicroStrategy. I mean, the thing too is that, I do think MicroStrategy may have bottomed against Bitcoin. So that's like the easiest it's a Bitcoin easiest thing to get into to kind of try to outperform Bitcoin. And you don't have to worry about the BS of all these alts that seem to only go down. So yeah. So that's my view on this. BMNR, I just wanted to look at that against MicroStrategy. Let's see. So the daily here, kind of coming down. I don't know if you're going to see much of, I don't know if ETH is going to really shine here, but BMNR versus Bitcoin could have bottomed potentially. I don't know if I like this. I think I'm going to kind of, not mess with this anymore. If it makes a lower low, then probably like this low. But so far, not the worst situation. Oops, I wanted to just move this down a little bit on my chart, like right there. Yeah, so if it hits that point, I'm converting over to MicroStrategy. Or, well, yeah, probably MicroStrategy if that's still performing better than Bitcoin. Or IBIT, that kind of area. So that's the main thing there that I'll be looking at. And so that's Solana. Oh yeah, Solana jumping up. That was BMNR. I'm trying to think what else to really look at right now. I mean, the one everyone's talked about for a while. The first time I heard, I've been hearing about this for some time. Hyperliquid, obviously. Let's take a look here. Here's where all the hype was. Obviously, September, October. I remember this, and then you fell off a cliff, and then you're coming back up. I mean, I would lean more bearish for now, but we'll reevaluate. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. So yeah. And by the way, guys, check out the Discord. Post a lot of really great stuff in there. It's only $35 a month right now. We got Nightshade in there. We got a lot of really good people in there. I've been generally killing it in there. So yeah, post a lot of really good stuff. NVIDIA. I think this is going to break down too. I think down. Yeah, if I'd still raining outside. Yeah, exactly. Bit of a rainy day. What was I going to say here? Yeah, blood diamond right there. Yeah, that is not too good on NVIDIA. I'll say that much. When's the last time we've seen a actual blood diamond? Ooh. So it's similar. I mean, I guess things could go one of two ways. I mean, I would say this is going to be milder than, maybe something like that. That's where I would see June, maybe. That's when Kevin Warsh comes in, maybe like there. 93 ain't a bad buy for NVIDIA, I don't think. 93 is not a bad buy, in my opinion. for NVIDIA if you can get back down. I think Pelosi, yeah, these lows right there. I don't know if you're going to come down that low, but I would think at least these peaks. You know, it's already, yeah, 200 to 150. That would be a really bad correction if it were to go down that much. Wow. Yeah, 2022 was terrible for this. I don't know about a full 50, but, you know, it's hard to say, but somewhere lower now. No, I'm not in Puerto Rico, man. No. Puerto Rico, you know, for the tax benefit, you know, as an American, you know, you could do it. You got to be there a lot, though. They watch your ass, I've heard, but you could do it. Yeah, you could. So, yeah. Hmm. These there, I don't know if there's really that much strength here. You got the 15-minute bull div, but you're not even really hitting off of anything. You know, I mean, what do you gotta, yeah, you don't have really, I wouldn't take this because you're not really bouncing off of anything, you know what I mean? So, yeah, these points, though, would be stronger. So, yeah, kind of sideways right now. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, there's that. We could look at some headlines. Did we look at headlines a little bit? The thing is, I just wanted to look at the, here we go. This is why this is coming up. You guys are too young to understand what's going on here. Joe over. 24. Yeah, he's just trying to set a, yeah. 30% cash, too. Let's see. Cuban X, oh boy. I think all the tech stuff is getting cammered a little bit. Yields are up, right? I haven't looked at yields, but I think mortgage rates have been up a little bit. Yeah, I think it should frickin' drop down if your SPY drops down, I would think. I mean, yeah, especially on that 2-week. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. This should drop down. I don't think it's going to be as intense as people would think. I mean, that's 08. Well, really 07. But, yeah, before that would be interesting because that was, yeah. It's going to come down, but nothing insane. Maybe like mid-5s for a 30-year, I'm thinking. So we're in close for late 80s. Wow. Yeah, I guess if you just hang dry them, yeah, I don't see why not. But I still think at that point they would eventually. I feel like they'd eventually wear out. But they probably made stuff better back then. It's kind of like those old refrigerators last a lot longer. They never really break, you know. Now everything's like designed to break, you know, planned obsolescence and all that. But yeah, it is what it is. Here are the latest promos if you guys are interested. Deposit bonus until the 15th over on BYDFI and 20% for your fees for life. Only my link. Here's the deposit bonus, or excuse me, trading and deposit bonus on BloFin. Check it out. Get Apple Vision Pro. That died out. That was not. Yeah, that was a fad that died so quickly. I feel like they gave it to all those influencers and they made like videos with it, but that was, yeah, that died. Because it's just not there yet, the VR. I mean, I remember when I was, I took a class when I was like in college on, it wasn't on VR, but it was like media or some crap, or some nonsense probably. No, it wasn't too bad, but it's part of like the broadcast journalism, you know, curriculum. In like they kind of taught us about VR a little bit. That's when it was first kind of coming out with the Oculus or whatever. But it's not there. I've never even really used the Oculus. Yeah, it's just not there. It's not caught on yet. It probably will though, but it's just not there yet. You know. Like 3D TV. I mean, there definitely were a lot of things that have become fads. You know, NFTs. I just wonder if those have done anything throughout this little rally. Not really. Nah, not much. I mean, CryptoPunks, and these were $1 million at one point, right? Yeah, $1 million. I mean, the floor price was what, $1 million. I mean, this is probably never coming back, unfortunately. But I mean, let's see, end of 21, you know, end of 23. Then you got something. I mean, there. I mean, it's just not. This could jump. I mean, it's not a terrible chart, but I don't know if money's going to come into that, but we'll see. Like I've mentioned, I mean, freaking leverage, like wheel strategy with MicroStrategy, and I have some videos on that. Maybe I'll make an actual video showing you how to buy the options or whatever, although I'm not an options expert, but the wheel strategy is not something that's very, difficult to do. So yeah. Probably going to get off in a little bit, but yeah, that I got to keep my eye on. If that makes a lower low, I'm out of that. Screw that. ETH versus Bitcoin is definitely one to look at. I think this may jump, man. I think this may jump. That 2-week trigger or whatever could give us something here. I wouldn't doubt ETH too much. GTA 6, yeah. That's coming out the end of this year, I think. When did GTA 5 came out in what, 2015, I think. When did GTA 4 come out? When did it, 08 maybe? Why do I want to look that? I don't know why I want to know that, but it came out April 08, so kind of when the markets were crashing and all that. Yeah, Xbox 360 April 08. That's interesting, yeah. I've never played GTA 4. I played GTA 5. I feel like between 4 and 5, I mean, the graphics probably were not that much crazier or better. No, I've never played it. It was for Xbox 360, right? I think. I've never played GTA 4. I still have an Xbox 360 at my parents'. I still have one at my parents' house. I should get the game and play it. I'm just looking at that. Like, could you still even are there GameStops that are still in business? I think there are, right? Yeah, I think it's like $6 you could buy. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about games. Yeah, they $6 or $7 you could get. Oh, can't you just get them all digitally through even on the Xbox 360 now? Do you even need the physical disc anymore? I wonder. No, I've never played 4. I have not played video games in a while. Could I play that on my freaking MacBook Pro somehow? Like, I wonder. You probably can't, or at least not. I wonder if you can play like I've never even. You know what I wanna look at? There's probably a trailer for that. That's probably really cool or something. Let's see here. GTA 4 trailer. Hopefully this doesn't give me copyright or whatever. I don't think it will. I was only 11 years old when this came out. I was too young to. My parents wouldn't have let me get this game, I don't think. One of my friends had it in his. It's New York City. One of my friends had his parents took it away. I feel like with the graphics this bad though, it's hard to even tell for someone to even tell what this is about. Yeah, geez. These graphics look a lot worse than what I would have expected. I would have expected better for 08. I would, because there's games from 04, 05 that were at this level, or maybe a slightly better. Like Half-Life 2 even. San Andreas, that's really old. I've never played that. That's a real. The graphics are so. I feel like you got to remember it of your time, like RuneScape, like old school Rune. You would have had to play it during its time. That trailer was trash. There's nothing cool in there. I mean, 18 years ago. This is making me feel old here. 2007, yeah.
You're looking for some people. We're all looking for that special sauce.
Oh, is this supposed to be like Russian? That's funny.
I need to know what happened. Give me that. Within years, I've been searching. I need this for you. I guarantee that you will find this man.
Yeah, it does feel really retro, but this was the crazy thing about this was it was so state of the art of its time. You know what I mean? Like a 10 or 12-year-old kid, like this was so. I was expecting a little bit better too, because oh, the helicopter. They didn't make it. Yeah, that's the thing too with this. Yeah, with the. They didn't make it as in the trailer. It doesn't seem like as bad as it was, you know, compared to what you can do with these games. But I just want to look at like Half-Life 2 because this came out in what, 04, I think. Yeah, this 04, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And this is like at the same level of graphics, I think, if not, you know, if not, yeah. And that was for you. Well, that era, I mean, and this was a really, of its time, obviously a really good game. Valve can't count to 3. They never made. I don't even know what Valve makes now, but this looks more modern than GTA 4. You know, this almost looks. This doesn't look half bad. Some of these, okay. Yeah. I want to look at like a modern, you know, video game trailer. I mean, what else was it Black Ops? Black Ops 7? Was that the new one? Oh, 6 months. That comes out probably later this year, right? I just want to see how modern video games look now. Oh, okay, so it's still.
Menendez is a terrorist. We're bringing peace and security to the world.
He refuses to let me go. Stop looking backwards, Dave. What matters is what we do next. A lot of people counting on us, Francis.
It does look quite a bit better, but not as much better as you would think based in this day and age how the technology is. You would think it would look like AI, completely like realistic, you know what I mean? But this is cool looking. Angola. Yeah, Tokyo. Oh, that's cool.
Killing the idea.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
No more games. This ends now.
So that's.
Get the Reznov challenge pack when you pre-order now.
Yeah. Did that come out last year? I don't even know. It could have. I was playing the multiplayer for this. It wasn't too bad. What was I gonna say here? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, let's see. We're coming up a little bit here on Bitcoin. I'm probably gonna get off in a second, but yeah, maybe choppy around. We'll see. That could have been the top. Maybe we jump up a little bit more. We'll see what happens. But there's reason to believe. You know, there's definitely reason to believe that that could have been the top here. So we'll see what happens, guys. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Smash the like button. Check out the Discord down below. We're doing a bear market sale, still $35 a month. Get it while it's hot. And if you guys want to, I can't believe there still are a lot of GameStops in business. Yeah. If you still want to, if you're interested in trading, BYDFI, BloFin links are down below. Pin chat link, BloFin. Check it out. 20% of your fees for life on both of those in my link. All right, guys, we're going. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.